After 9 years in a new administration, Brennan and Michael...
You know, when I didn't have health care, I felt kind of like the anvil, waiting for something to drop, waiting for something bad to happen. It was an exciting time to know that I could get affordable health care by just going online and not having to worry about meeting with these different providers or pricing these things out. I could have a one-stop shop to go online to find out all this information. I just want to make sure that I have a clean bill of health and I can be confident to do the things that I want to do.
GetCoveredIllinois.gov. Enroll today.
Patronage hiring is no longer the problem it once was in the city of Chicago. Today, a judge lifted federal monitoring of the city's hiring practices. It's a move that's even being supported tonight by the lawyer who first sued over the use of clout in city hiring. That's Michael Shakman. Eyewitness News reporter Sarah Schulte is here with the story. Sarah?
Well, Ron, with the help of federal oversight for 9 years, Michael Shakman says the city has cleaned up its hiring practices. He believes the days of rewarding political foot soldiers with jobs, promotions, and overtime are in the past.
Calling it a new day in Chicago, where hiring at City Hall is all about what you know rather than who you know, Mayor Rahm Emanuel says there's still work to be done to earn the public trust, even though the city has earned the trust of the court. A federal judge releases the city from the decades-old Shakman decree.
This is an acknowledgement that we have cleaned up the past. I do think the public has always been ready for reform. It's whether the political system and those of us in elected office were ready for reform.
45 years ago, attorney Michael Shakman filed a lawsuit that led to a series of decrees that would end political corruption when it came to hiring Chicago city employees. After several high-ranking city officials were charged in 2005 for rigging city hiring to reward Mayor Richard M. Daley's political workers, oversight was stepped up with the appointment of Noel Brennan as a federal hiring monitor.
I was particularly concerned about the fact that the Department of Human Resources had no authority and no real ability to enforce any of the rules.
After 9 years in a new administration, Brennan and Michael Shakman are satisfied that enough policies and procedures are in place to prevent political patronage, and they say it's time for the city to police itself.
Is patronage dead? No. But is it in a position where it can be controlled, limited, and eventually reduced to close to zero? We're heading in that direction.
Some current and former city workers disagree.
There's still retaliation against people who blow the whistle on corruption, and I don't think that'll ever end.
We feel as nothing's going to change.
If there are complaints of patronage, city employees can file grievances with the Inspector General or file a civil rights suit. Mayor Emanuel says the next step is for aldermen to adopt the same hiring practices as the city. Meantime, Michael Shakman's next fight is with the state. He's recommending a federal hiring monitor to oversee state hires. And Shakman will be back in court tomorrow morning on the state issue. He doesn't give up the fight.
All right, Sarah, thank you.